So I'm going to read this. You can read along with me if you want, but triage care, it says, we need care that will bandage our wounds so we can go back in when it's our turn on the front line again. We're all experiencing trauma right now. Triage care helps us lessen the impact on ourselves and others. So this term, triage care, is borrowed from the medical profession, but it was the first thing that came to my mind when COVID first, when we started experiencing the effects of COVID here in the United States, and feeling like as interpreters, we are frontline workers, and really tangibly recognizing that we need to have a way to bandage our wounds. This may not be like a deep, retreat level of care. This may be like in the moment, how are we bandaging ourselves, attending to ourselves, because we are so needed right now. And so many of us are experiencing trauma. So triage care is my suggestion, my offering here, and I'll walk you through a process for triage care. There's another comment. Before really stressful assignments, I would put a removable dragon tattoo over my heart to know that under my clothes, I was strong. That is a really beautiful idea. These symbols that we can ground us and not even be visible, not visible to anyone else, which is an important part of our work. That just that that there's that dragon. Yeah, and then you got a heart emoji there, because I think that's really a touching one. That's beautiful. I've never heard anything like that before. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yes. Oh, and someone else says, I love dragons. Yeah, such a symbolic depiction of what we want to call up inside. Really beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so triage care. Let's see about this. This is a practice. So let me before we go into this slide, actually we're going forward. I want to go back. Okay, before we go ahead a little bit, I just want to talk you through this before I give you a bunch of information to read. So we're going to work with a body scan, and you might be familiar with this practice of body scan. You may not be, and that's fine. This is something that is often is used for relaxation, and can be used during like a meditation or a guided relaxation. And all it means is that you will center yourself, and often you have your eyes closed, you might be laying down. I used to guide my kids through this a lot when they would be going to sleep and having a hard time relaxing. And I would just talk them through. And so you would close your eyes and start at the top of your head, and you just consciously bring your attention to each body part subsequently. So from the head down, and you're just breathing into that body part, you're letting it relax. So you would relax your head and your scalp and your ears and your face and your jaw and your neck and your shoulders, and you just move down your whole body until you get all the way to your toes. And the idea is that when you've relaxed one body part after another sequentially, then when you get to the end, your whole body is relaxed. And it can be a really helpful relaxation practice. And a good body scan you could spend 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour or longer. And what I've created here is a practice where we can use that body scan within the amount of time it takes us to do this square breathing. Remember the 4 breaths, 4 count in, hold for 4, release for 4, hold again for 4. Within that cycle of breath, we're gonna also do a body scan, okay? And it might feel clunky at first, that's okay. It's like learning to drive a stick. Like you're adding all these other pieces into a process that you're already really good at. You're already really good at breathing. So be gentle with yourself. Know that it might feel clumsy and hard and weird, but that's okay. it can be very powerful to use, and it's something that I lean on while I'm interpreting. Like during the interpreting process, it is possible to be doing this periodically so that you are completing your stress cycle even when you're in the middle of an assignment or a call. This is something that you can use, okay? So that's the idea behind it. So here's the one breath body scan. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to read through this. You can read through it. You'll have this slide later. Part of the reason that I create my slides the way I do is so that you have those as reminders later. So this is the one breath body scan. So the goal is to identify tension in the body and to breathe into it, to breathe into that spot. So what you're going to do on that 4 count in breath is you're going to be scanning your body with your attention. Okay, so just that 4 counts in, you're scanning and you find the tension. So mine, often I know where mine is, so I can direct my attention right there. It's my eyebrow, my shoulder, sometimes my hip. So I pay a good close attention to those body parts, and you'll get to know what yours are. So on that in breath, you're scanning, you find that area of tension, and you imagine that that breath that you're taking in is filling up that spot. Sort of like that point of tension has a balloon inside of it, and your breath is filling that. So you're filling that space with air, with oxygen, okay? And then you're going to hold that. You're going to hold that for 4 seconds, that hold. And then you're going to release with the exhale, and you want that exhale to come directly from that spot of tension. So just in your mind, you're feeling really like that expansion of air now is deflating, and it's just letting it all go. And then you can hold empty and just feel that relaxation for 4 seconds. Okay? Sounds like a lot, but as you're doing it and as you practice it, it will get easier. Okay, so again, 1 in breath, scan from head to toe, looking for the tension, hold it in there. On the out breath, you're going to release it. You're going to let that tension go as much as it can. It might not be ready to go, and that's okay. And then you're going to hold empty just to enjoy that relaxation. Longer practice sessions of this will help to deepen those neural pathways. And like I said, that's great for bedtime if you want to do a longer body scan. But this one breath body scan is really great during the day while you're doing things or while you're at work. So the next slide has this 4 count square breathing. And so we're all going to try this together. Okay. So we're on the out breath right now. So on the in breath, we're going to scan for the tension. Okay, ready? Here we go. Scanning and breathing right into that area. Hold in that area. Breathe out from that spot. And then hold empty. I want you to do it again and find another spot. And breathe out from that area. Now, when you're at work, you might want to breathe in and out through your nose. It's less distracting. I want you to try this time breathing out through your mouth. Just let that air out. It can be really nice to sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. Okay. So again, that was breathing in, scanning, holding the air in the place of tension, and then breathing out and through the mouth can be really powerful if you can sigh it out, let that tension go, and then you just rest and relax on that last hold. Okay, that is the one breath body scan.